First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Bakakadash. That belongs to bosses and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Hakim and Akwad across the four winds. To you, I salute the awful elect. This is the brother's desire, one back to another lesson to spirit, power of Yahweh Shai. And I was just meditating, going into this word. Me and the camp leader was talking about this word. I said, let me go into this word, because in this society we live in now, we got a lot of niggas being declared as this, SAMP, being called a simp, and in these times we see a lot of that. And a lot of these niggas out here ain't no real men. They don't believe there's kings. They're kings. They look at the woman as the treasure. So basically, they don't know their value. All right. Let's say if you have a pretty woman, society deemed that as her as the treasure, whereas the man basically is the treasure. Who carries the seed? The man. The woman only conceive. You know what I mean? And furthermore, what do you call uh, a key that opens many lock? A master key, right? Okay. Like I said, a woman conceived, and the society deemed the woman basically as the prize or the treasure. But we know, according to the scripture, the man is a man. He's considered the prize, because the Most High ain't dealing with no damn woman. He deals with men. Okay, but a lot of these niggas, they don't know their value. So if you don't know your value, especially in these times, you have plenty problems. All right, you'll do things for peace sake. When you do things for peace sake, you tend to allow your woman to do whatever she likes to do just to make her happy. Peace sake is being a simp. And if you're doing that, hey, you fuck. All right? Because Eve get a mentality. Eve don't give a shit. I always use an analogy of Jeepers Creepers. What Jeepers Creepers always does to their victims, when he smells fear, what he does to them, he kill them, right? Okay? He look at the weakest link. All right? Just like these women. When they knew they got you, that's it. And I know everything is documented in the scriptures. And I can show you a simp in the scriptures. We are written before time, written before I learned. That's why we get these scriptures. All right? A lot of niggas don't know their value. They's kings. When we tell a nigga they's a king, they look at you like you crazy. We're kings. All right, let's go to the definition. Simp. Simp is a slang insult for men who are seen too attentive and submissive to women, especially out of a failed hope of winning some entitled sexual attention or activity from them. It's a slang insult for men who are seen too attentive and submissive to women, and that's the mindset a lot of these niggas effeminate. They want to be too attentive and submissive to women. That's the term peace sake. All right, when you're in that mindset, you're gonna get fucked. Because these women don't really care about you, and especially in these times, they waxing worse. It's all about money and worldly shit. You understand? Remember now. Remember. Uh, let's get an example. There's a bevy examples in the scriptures. Remember now, when Job was going through all this, basically his trials and his tribulation. Remember, Job only knew good. Job had it all. All right, he was one of the richest during that time. All right, Job had it all, and when that was taken from him, and she saw the state of how Job was in. Remember, she had it also good. She had it good too. The same woman, watch this, right? But watch this. When she saw Job going through his trials and tribulation, watch this, right? Job 2:8. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua used Satan to plague Job with boils on his skin and all that, right? Verse 9. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse the Most High and die. So you still hold your integrity? Curse the Most High and die. All right? All that. The woman ain't got no faith, you know. Because she see Job going through all that. Job understood why he going through that. All right? Job holds his integrity. And that's what a lot of men need to do. Even in this truth, hold the integrity. Don't care what the Most High do to us, bring you to a state. You're holding integrity to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because these women gonna leave you. All right? Because remember, which I'm gonna get next. Job 2:10. Watch what Job said. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaking. You feel this is one of the foolish women speaking, right? What shall we receive good at the hand of the Yahweh and not receive evil? And all that Job did not sin with slip. So we only receive good and not receive evil. This is what Job was telling us. She only know but good. She never know but this bad, the evil. All right. Okay. All right. See, the woman perception, everything got to be just good. You know what I mean? They want everything to be good. All right. So they all about the things of this world. Look at Lot's wife. She looked back. She turned into a pillar of salt. All right. And that's these women. They only looking at the cares of this life. All right. And you go to try please them, you can be in plenty problem. Please Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay. Let's get back to the word simp. It says, attentive and submissive to woman, especially out of a failed hope of winning some entitled sexual attention or activity from them. As a translation, the word simp is meant to troll young men for doing anything for a girl to get some action he supposedly deserves. All right, you're doing anything, right? Now that's documented in the scriptures, right? All right, they doing anything. Let me show you that in the scriptures, according to the scriptures, right? And that's a simp. All right, first Ezra chapter 4. Okay. Um, Let me start. Yeah, first Ezra 4:25. Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother. Right? Verse 26. Yeah, there many there be that run of their wits for woman and become servants for their sake. They run of their wits, meaning of their mind. Go crazy. Do whatever it is. Alright? Run of their wits or their mind to do whatever to please them. Alright? Doing anything for a girl to get some action he supposedly deserve. So that's a simp. He running on his mind. Alright? Doing anything. That's not doing anything right there. Alright? And become servants for their sake. Alright? Remember now, the woman's supposed to serve us. The desire should be to their husband. They should rule over the woman, man, servant. They're supposed to serve us. But the man become servants for their sake. Servants. Alright? Children are oppressors and woman rule over them. Alright? Alright? And become servants for their sake. So a lot of niggas in this state now become servant, doing whatever they can to please them for peace sake. And that's a simp. Doing anything for them. That's a simp. Alright? Let's go back in the article. It says 2020 has been a wild ride, and our word of the year illustrates that. Which much older as the term simp massively trended among late 2019-20 due to in part TikTok trend. Watch this. Read on down. Among male members of the Generation Z called Simp Nation, the slang is being criticized for stereotyping such as men as effeminate, and a lot of these niggas are, and implies women as manipulative sexual object, because that's what a lot of these women in. They use that box between their leg to manipulate a lot of niggas. And that's how niggas become servant for their sakes. However, the term is also evolving some more general senses of liking someone again to slang stand. Alright? Okay, let's go to an example. If telling his girlfriend he would always be there for her makes him a simp, then I guess he's been simping for a long time now. Exactly. If telling his girlfriend he always be there for her. You know what I mean? Through the good and the bad. You know, even though she fuck her, go around and commit adultery, he'll always be there for her. And that's the kind of mindset these niggas have. That's an example of a simp. All right, but the back in this paragraph here it says the slang is being criticized for stereotyping such men as effeminate and applies women as manipulative sex objects. All right, that's what, like I say, that's what these women are. They use that box. All right, okay. It says if telling his girlfriend he would always be there for her makes him a simp, then I guess he's been simping a long time. Okay, and that's the majority of these niggas. You gotta know your value, boy. You got to know your value. If you don't know your value in this time, you'll be in plenty problems. Okay, let's get an example in the scriptures of what a simp is. When we read first Ezra 4 and 26, it says, no, 27. Many have also perished and have erred and sinned for woman. A lot of these niggas being simps. All right. And now, do you not believe me? Is not the king great in his power? Do not all religions fear to touch him? It says, verse 29, yet did I see a Palme, I think this was Antiochus' mother, the king's concubine, daughter of Admiral Bacchus, sitting at the right hand of the king. Now watch this, right? And taking the crown from his head and setting it upon his own head. And she also struck the king with her left hand. All right? She struck him. Now, who could hit the king with the left hand? Only the woman get the power to do this, you know. All right? Nobody else could do this to the king. That's the power of these women, right? Watch what he can do. And yet, for all of this, the king gaped and gazed upon her with his open mouth. He look at her like, you know, just looking at her. But he ain't look at her like he's mad or nothing. He look at her because, you know, he trying to make her happy. But watch it. If she laughed upon him, he laughed also. That's a simp. You take the crown of the king head and you slap him. All right. But if she took any displeasure at him, the king was fain, means pleased, to flatter. You mean do whatever that she might be reconciled to him again. All right. So the king will do anything to try and make her happy. All right. So you do whatever. That's a simp. All right. And in the article it says the word simp is meant to troll young men for doing anything. Now, you see that? The king was fain to flatter. Right? Let me look at the word fain. Fain, right? He's glad. He was pleased willingly. He is willingly. Let's look up the word flatter. Flatter, right? All right. To try to please, compliment, or attention. Try to please her. See, whatever. Try to just please her, make her happy. All right. So that's the mindset of these niggas nowadays. Try to do whatever to please these women. And that's being a simp. All right. You're the true value. You got to know your value. You're kings. You're a king. You got to know your true value. If you don't know your true value, you'll be in plenty problem. You know? Because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know, when all hell broke loose out here, we're going to know who, at the end of the day, who's the true treasure. Because at the end of the day, when all hell broke loose, a man could be as a hiding place. All right? We ain't no simps. All right? A man could be as a hiding place. And the man is also going to be this. All right? So, you know, this is Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even the man, the golden wedge of Ophir. And that's talking about the Israelite man, the man of the Lord. That's who he's going to make more precious than fine gold. Not these niggas out here who simping and shit. All right? Because the Most High don't like simps. All right? So, you know, I just meditating on that. So, you know what I mean? Because a lot of niggas out here sims and effeminate nowadays. You know what I mean? You got to have a king mindset. Look at what during the time of Esther. What the king do when Salakia, right? I always forget her name. Salakia. I always just get her name. Salakia. I always just forget her name during the time of Esther, right? If I could get her name. Yeah, it's Queen Vashti Salakia. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. When she didn't want to come, she made the king look bad in front of all his fellow, men. All the other rest of kings in the provinces. You know what he did to her? He pushed her on the side, and he's a heathen. He pushed on Artaxerxes, Artaxerxes, but he pushed her on the side, and then what I mean. He put Vashti in the queen, Esther in the place, Hadassah. All right, but a lot of niggas don't know their value, and for us, we just gotta, cause we just gotta hold our integrity, y'all, but shit, and be a man in these times. But yeah, man, I just wanna bring that out because that was on my spirit and power, y'all, but Shalom, Akim, Shalom.